Actually, can I turn that around? I'm going to stand, if that's all right. Good idea. I'm ready. Tell me when. And welcome here to Friday Night Lights, live and free on LSA TV. We've got the Bears against the Warriors tonight. And I believe we've got a major milestone there tonight. One of SA Reds champions and Woodville champion, multiple best and fairest winner, Olivia Parker. And congratulations, Liv, on 200 senior games tonight. So a really big milestone in anyone's career, and gets to do it at the beautiful Women's Memorial playing fields, which is bathed in not sunlight, but unnatural light. And it's a little crisp down here, but there's no wind to speak of. There is no rain to speak of, and we won't speak of that anymore. And but we have a big game coming up tonight, and this team, well, these two teams, met last week, and it was a 9-5 game to the way of the Warriors, and they will be looking to be consistent as they go towards the finals. And the Bears just having their huddle as we see young Alicia Gower heading to the cage. She's been really, really good coming into State League this season. And going down the other end is Mel Ryan. And last time she played on this field, she won a national title with the SA Reds. So she will have fond memories of this ground. But into the middle, we find Smitty. Megan Smith up against Olivia Parker. And 200 game tonight, and Liv will want to get that. But Smitty's been in fine form as the ball kicks out, and Millie Wilkin just about picks it up, but there you go. She's come to play on her 200th as Olivia Parker, as she takes that ball down the field and brings it in and meets a very good defender there in Jess Page. So ball kicks up the top, finds Ritchie. That is Michaela Ritchie, the M variety. And Michaela just looking for an option here. She's got Bianca McKay down the bottom corner. She was a golden goal game winner a couple of weeks ago against Glenelg and got 3 that night. So she'll be looking to get on the cage as well. Looks inside. Nice cut there, but gets around. Here she goes again, steps in, gets taken, and that one's gone wide. And that one is going to be a Burnside ball, I would suggest. No, it didn't go out. So great pick up down the back there, but under immediate pressure, just kicks it out here to Jess Page. And Jess Page will bring the ball up. And she has Mayoni, but doesn't use Mayoni there. Kicks it over there to Sarah Damon. And Burnside will have an opportunity to go into attack for the first time this evening. So good work down there from Bianca McKay, just not finding the cage, and a great backup down the back there. And that might have been Anastasia Araviakis beating her to the ball there. I couldn't quite see the number in the back of the back corner there, but ball down the back here was Slow. So Slow with the ball, guarded by Annie Ritchie. Slow just working around the a 15-metre fan. Kicks the ball over to Wilkins. She's got pace to burn. A couple of young stars there in Michaela Ritchie and Millie Wilkin. Has Sarah Lowe, just offloads, looks inside. Finds Asha May. Asha May trying to get underneath, but great work there again from another young player for the Warriors in her first year of State League is Felicity Dinning. And there's only one Dinny in the side tonight because the other Dinny, I was looking over as the ball comes through, and there we go. Score on the board, and that is through the pace of Millie Wilkin. And she gets her first, puts it 5-hole there on Ryan. And we see here on the traditional 180 Finance Young Real Estate replay, gets down, pops it low, and Mel Ryan not being able to get down to that one. And getting on the board is Wilkin. So she gets the first of the game. And it is a 1-0 game if you're just joining us live and free on LSA TV. And let me know some shout-outs if you're watching. I'll try and get to as many as I can. Ball to be won. And Parker knocks it out wide. Great pick up there from May. And May going downhill here. Looks inside. Oh, just one across. So Liv's going to have to step out the back. Ball kicks down the back again. Looks inside there. Does slow. Slow. Guarded down the bottom there. Oh, good turn. Looks to free the arms. Not there. Cox with the ball. Oh, over the top there goes Sarah Lowe. And Slow just pops that one about half a foot above the cage, but had some heat on it. And you could probably see the flames in the cold air going through there as it kicks over the back. And
yeah, Tone, I did speak with Slow, and I said, are you going to give us a bit of a behind-the-back goal today? She said, not a chance. Low to high, definitely, but no BTB tonight.
Well, as she gets it back again, so she'll have another opportunity. So Bianca Copping guarding her, and just kicks it to Wilkin. Wilkin already on the board for the Bears, and they've had all the play in the last 2 or 3 minutes of the offense of the Burnside Bears. Kicks it back to Slow. Looks inside to Smith. You can't let her free because she will work her way in. Great stick holding, and we're going to have a push there. So Smitty will take the ball up the top, and Megan Smith can double the lead here. It is currently a 1-0 lead, and Megan Smith looking to make it 2. Great defense there, though, from Parker, but nice kick out there to Slow. Slow looking for Wilkin there. This is a definite plan they've talked about tonight. These two having a fair bit of the ball. Kicked over there to Danny Cox. Looks inside. Wilkin again. Just didn't quite grab that pass. Pass was on. And ball down the back with May. May gets out inside. Bang. And there she goes. Asha May gets the second one of the night for the Bears. They take a 2-0 lead. And we'll see here on the replay. You just see May pick the ball up. Just Copping, just over-committing to the top there. Tam coming into with the slide, but had already beaten inside and one-on-one with the keeper there. And May gets her first of the night. And Burnside out to a 2-0 lead here. And ball back to the centre. So Smith up against Parker. Centre draw set there by Nat Owens, and Nat just saying that that was illegal. So Burnside will start with the ball here, and they are in control at the moment. The Bears early in this game, and especially coming off last week off a 9-5 loss, they've looked to put the foot on the gas straight away. Kicked inside, finds Cox. Cox back to Wilkin. Wilkin to Smith. Smith just wasn't really expecting that one to come back to her. And ball kicked down the back here to Slow. Back to May. She scored the last goal. Looks to pick up Tam off to Hyde. And Tam just pushes her back. Ball down the back with Araviakis. Anastasia looking. Trying to find. Oh, great work off the ball here from Cox. She could have opened up that lane there with the left hand. As Danny Cox takes the ball down the back now at pace. She has Parker on a little flick back to Araviakis. That was clever. Araviakis just dropped the ball with the pressure that was being put on her by Annie Ritchie. And ball coming back through Izzy Jackson, who hasn't played the last couple of games. So the grass monster got Araviakis behind her. And ball kicked inside, looks on the left. Oh, nice left-hand change, pops over and top shelf there. And up the top. And that's Adriana Smith with that one. Just see here, great pace, good look inside there, and popped up the top. Good little one, good little find on the bottom corner there. But all started down in the defensive end where the ball came out. And we see Smith from Woodville getting the first on the board through a great assist there from Megan Inge.
Just numbers. They got up in transition and just created the numbers on the offensive end, and a clear shot on the end. It was good work by Woodville there.
So they gain one back, and probably against the run of play, Marty. It's been very much a Burnside orientated as they get the ball again here, and Smith kicks the ball out here to Slow, and Slow looks to set up offense again. Tries the little flip, not there, popped up, and well defended there from Richie, but Wilkin, good pick off there from the 200 gamer. And Parker, she will burn down the field, but I'll tell you what, on her left is a speedster in itself, and that is Wilkin. And here we go, Bianca McKay, she steps down, pops, puts that one down, and B. McKay has really become a goal scorer this year. She's been very much in the offense for Woodville, and she's certainly probably scored more goals this year already than she probably scored in the last couple combined. And just see here, puts on the jets and pops down a right foot of the keeper there in Gower. And one-on-one, goalkeeper's only supposed to save 1 out of 10 of them. Marty, you've been in the goals over the time?
I had to go at it for a couple of months, and then the bruises got the better of me. But yeah, special breed, those keepers, and kudos to them. And, you know, it's obviously the Sixers last weekend. There was lots of goalies in the MVP race as Olivia Parker just wins another one out of the centre and just gives Woodville a bit of a thing, a bit of a chance to actually go ahead despite the...
Steps inside to a crowd. I can't believe there wasn't a free space there, but they came from all angles. did Burnside, but Parker just kicks it out and kicks it back to McKay. McKay up to Dinny, Felicity Dinny. So Flick passes it over, Inge, steps inside, looks to go through. Dinny again, steps through. Good defense here from the Bears. Just shutting down those forays and the flag on the play. And we're going to have a card here. So Araviakis will sit for 2 minutes for a swipe, big swipe, as that was called. So a big, we'll call it a slash.
Why not?
Why not?
A swipe.
Swipe to
was
slash.
Was it a swipe or pop the bubble?
It popped, I'll tell you what, yep, if you'd had the old bubble gum off the old ice cream there and you'd blowed it, that would have definitely taken the air out of it. So Dinny with the ball. Steps back, looks, they're in a man-up situation. Just a good little stick there from Wilkin, though, as we see McKay kick the ball down here to Dinny. To Inge. Oh, looks inside, bang, pops over the top. Might have got a touch on that one, did the keeper. Good save there from Gower. And ball backed up by the Warriors. So they've set a really wide set here, have the Warriors. And that was Smith that played that ball. They're looking to just over the head and needs to keep that one in. I think Dinny will keep that in. And as she looks to kick down, she's got great pace, has Flick. Looking to see whether the seas will open. If she keeps going, she might get it back here. Should get it back here. Doesn't get it back there. But good work there from Flick. So ball back to McKay. There it is. Oh, just needs to give that ball, McKay. That's twice. She's still open. Still open. And here's Felicity Denny. I tell you what, I'd be... but that's a good shot there from McKay. And in the blink of an eye, Woodville back to a 3-2 lead here.
Yeah, they certainly got out to an early lead, and they're really trying to work something on that right-hand side, which is obviously a clear, an obvious plan that Winnan and Dean have put in to try and take advantage of the odd numbers advantage on that side. So, yeah, 3-2 for the Bears. For the Warriors, and still a man up on this one. So. Can Woodville take advantage of those extra numbers? How are we looking online, Tone? We got some.
Well, mate, I've just managed to get my phone turned on because I've been over in Tassie and then back to Melbourne and whatnot today. So I've just got it charged up again. So I'm looking online. There's 25 that I can see here. As
Plus plenty on YouTube, Tone.
plenty on YouTube. Why wouldn't you be on YouTube tonight on that big 80-inch telly with maybe the fire going and live free lacrosse?
You can watch it in 720 on Facebook, or you can watch it in 1080 HD on YouTube. Where you watch it, we don't care as long as you're watching LSA TV.
Well, as I turn it on, I see Robbie Lawson's Henry's watching, and Cassie O'Connor are also watching. So, yeah, if you want to send us a shout-out, send us a shout-out. Now my phone's on, I can actually see what people are saying.
And, Tony, those people watching can certainly take advantage of some of our wonderful sponsors. youngrealestate.sa.com.au. They're doing a tremendous offer and basically offering you a full percentage off the regular fee. Just purely mention Lacrosse SA TV. So if you sell your house with Young Real Estate, they will give you almost a full % off, which when you're selling some big houses, that's a big saving, all by being a viewer of LSA TV.
It is, and in a world where interest rates only go up, to get 1% interest, 1% off.
Yeah, on the sales commission.
Yeah.
So
hey,
when you sell your house, it's
why wouldn't you use it?
It's more money back in your pocket.
But above all that, absolutely fantastic company to have, and as we see Smith. And free space called there again. So Megan Smith will take the ball up the top as Mel Ryan just rolls the ball back, maybe just to get a bit of dirt on it, just to maybe so it doesn't come out the stick right.
Yeah, well, you got to be careful when you change the ball. You might get a new one.
And looks out this side to Wilk and just throws it over the head, but no damage done. The ball is, I'm going to say it's a soft 6 out here at the moment. Ball not quite running off. Good look inside. Great save there from Ryan. And right place, right time. And, gee, that's putting pressure on Parker. But Parker good enough to get that and bring it down the field.
So
as we hear the 30-second buzzer whistle going. Looks inside. Oh, just fires that one to the right there. But that might be a possession ball shot, that one. Just misses to the right of the cage. And limited time in this first quarter. And ball coming back up the top. Okay, so we had a push there. So Inge with the ball. So Mia Inge looks to attack the cage, but Jess Page is on her, and that's probably why you wouldn't attack the cage. But Parker, she looks up. Cutter's coming. There's Dinny again on the backside. As the ball kicked down the back. Limited time. The clock is on the field. Not much time. Need to get a shot off here. And they're doing a great save there from Gower up top. She said, I see you do that down the other end, Mel Ryan. I'm going to do it this end. And that's the way to finish the quarter, with a big save from the keeper from Burnside. And that is a 3-2 game at quarter time. And we see Burnside got out to a 2-0 lead, and Woodville came back and went bang, bang, bang to lead this at quarter time. And I might just go through some goal scorers quickly. Asher May with 1 and Wilkin with 1. And then for the Warriors, we have Bianca McKay with 2 and Adriana Smith with 1. And rather than listen to me, how about we listen to some people who know what they're talking about?
LMI stands for Lender's Mortgage Insurance. It's an insurance premium that you have to pay to protect the lender against loss. Depending on your scenario, Lender's Mortgage Insurance could cost you anywhere from $5,000 and up to $40,000. Lenders require you to pay this mortgage insurance when the value of your loan is greater than 80% of the value of your property. Some clients, such as first home buyers or people in specific professions, can be eligible for an LMI waiver. So if you want to get into the property market with less than 20% deposit, call me to find out if you're eligible.
Sorry, Tone.
Yep.
None of that went through.
Oh.
Sorry.
As we come back here to live free lacrosse here at the beautiful Women's Memorial playing fields. We've got plenty of people watching online, and shout-outs are coming thick and fast, and I'll get to them as this centre draw is about to kick in, and there's a bit of pressure in there, picked up by Smitty. So Megan Smith kicks that over to Wilkin. Wilkin looks to the right, finds Araviakis. And Araviakis just stepping inside, looks to want to go one-on-one here with Parker. But Parker says, you get back up there. Thank you, Anastasia. Looks inside, just misses the handle. Great pick up there from Uftahide. As the ball comes over here, she's got Smith to her right, left. Should give it now. Does, looks down and pops that one away, does Adriana Smith. And in the blink of an eye, a bit of a transition goal there we see here on the replay. So you can see ball coming down with Inge. Inge just draws two and pops it down on the bottom corner and gets her second of the game, does Adriana Smith. And as I was saying, there's plenty of people watching. Cassandra Robb says, welcome back, Nat. Yeah, Nat's a true legend, she is. And she's looking good out there tonight. Timothy King says, let's go, Sarah Damon. Maz Fuss is watching. Ball to be won on the outer side. And Burnside certainly getting the first balls out of the centre here, as that's picked up by May. Kicks the ball down the back to Damon and finds Danny Cox. Danny Cox looks up. She sees Millie Wilkin. Danny Cox looks to push the cage. Not there. Ball back up the top. And Sarah Lowe will kick it back down the bottom. She has Wilkin. Wilkin working her defender through the crease. And Wilkin just back up the top. May just looking for that match-up. Good pick there from Damon. May still has the ball, has Dinny, and gets the crush there. And bang, up the top shelf. And the ball is just fired there from Sarah Damon. And just up the top. We'll watch this one on the replay. But Asha May doing a great job up the top there. Just draws a crowd. Finds Damon, who doesn't get the stick anywhere below the shoulders and shoots straight away and didn't give the keeper any chance whatsoever there, Mel Ryan. And gets on the board, does Sarah Damon. And back to a 4-3 lead as we come back to the centre. And
Tony, I noticed a little bit of a deliberate game plan from Woodville to try and shut out Millie Wilkin a reasonable amount. So they've got some pretty tight coverage, obviously identifying Millie as one of the danger players that she is.
Absolutely, and she's been touching the ball a heap, and it must be just the way that slopes, because every centre draw infringement seems to be going to the left. Ball picked up by Michaela Ritchie. She's at pace, gets through. She's gone through about 4, and then she finds Jess Page. And Jess Page, taking a page out of another book, says, "Not in my defence, you don't." And ball comes down the back here to Smith. Smith already got 2. Great defence there from Page. Page looks to pick the ball up, and that's going to be a Jess Page ball, as you cannot use your body to protect the ball like that. So Page will bring the ball up. She has Smith. She's behind you. And Jess Page realising, that's right, they set someone out behind me. Page kicks the ball over here and kicks it to Slow. Slow moves it up really quickly to Megan Smith. Smith looks inside, finds Wilkin. And Wilkin, 2 speeds on each other in Michaela Ritchie and Millie Wilkin. Cox as the swap comes. And Cox just running some space, just taking Michaela out of the play. Still with the ball. And looking as Bianca Copping picks her up. And Copping kicks it up. Damon just as just the pass behind her. And here comes the Warriors again. And Olivia Parker pops down the bottom. And great save there again from Gower. And that's going to be a Burnside ball as Page picks it up. Huge save there from the keeper. And Alicia Gower, one-on-one with the attacker there in Smith. She's already got a couple for the game. But Alicia Gower says, "Not in my house, thank you very much."
And Tony, Alicia obviously coming off the back of a MVP performance in the Sixers, tying with Dia Akuma. Couple of very young goalies, both represented in the under-15s last year. I think it's ever think it might be a young person's sport, that Sixers?
I thought you meant goalies. I'm like, no.
Well,
but Sixers definitely.
Hey, a good goalie will give you plenty of action.
You've only got to get 2 good saves or go on a run for about 2 minutes, and you can turn a game of Sixers. As Danny Cox looks to turn a game of lacrosse, kicks it to Wilkin, and just a swipe or slash there. So ball kicked out here to Slow. Slow will bring the ball down, but not. She brings the ball down at pace, does Slow. And out the back and kicks it up to Wilkin, who has some pace, but just looks like she almost lost the ball in the lights there. And the lights are very bright down here at the Women's Memorial Playing Fields. It's a beautiful, beautiful complex. If you haven't been down here to watch lacrosse, night or day, it is a fantastic place to come and watch.
Yeah, they did an amazing job with the senior nationals.
They, yes, there's only raving comments about the nationals down here. And to top that off, the Reds and just tried to...
certainly did help.
Just almost tried to force that one coming. They're looking like they're trying to get a good cut coming through there from Wilkin. Ball down the back was Slow. Slow looking inside, little pass. Oh, good take. Great take there from Asher May. Not much space at all there from Slow to feed that one through. And you see here on the replay, just gets around and looks inside. And that's the sort of pass, that's a great take. One step inside, just held it and popped it, and May gets another one on the board.
Yeah, probably had no right to get in there with that pass, but the quality of May just made it look good and ultimately put it in the back of the net to tie it up.
And we've got a 4-all game, still 25 on the line. And Luke Shuey says, "Good call, fellas." Spencer says, "Go Bears and Mummy." And definitely out there is Nicole Keesing. And it's good that Luke's got online as the ball comes towards us. Great pick up from Araviakis at pace again. And they have momentum here to the Bears, just like they did at the start of the first, but good work there from Tam. And just kept Araviakis out as ball comes the other side. Certainly looking to play the ball left and right and getting the ball from one side to the other quickly and opening up that free space there at the moment are the Bears.
You could almost say they're building something, Tone.
Well, they just like our great sponsors in the traditional group who will build you whatever you need. They have been in business for a lot of years.
Over 30 years, Tone.
And I tell you what, for roofing, guttering, verandas, carports, and it is coming to that time of the year where you should get in touch with them. They love answering the phone and having a chat to you, and tell them you're from Lacrosse SA. They've been our great sponsors over the last, 4 or 5 years, 6 years,
maybe? Foundation sponsor, so this is their 5th year being involved with us.
And we love having them on board. And you'll love having them on board when they do some work for you, because great little check there too from Damon. And ball to be won out of bounds, not quite. That one is out of bounds, but a push called before that. And Smalls with the ball.
Was that because Olivia actually checked out of play that it might have been awarded there?
No, called a push.
Okay.
So I think it was just to get her out of play.
Yep.
And then the check actually did happen out of play, but I think the one called before that.
Do you know in men's that's actually a 30-second technical?
Yes, it is. A yellow flag will fly. And you see them in the night sky down here too at the Women's Memorial Playing Fields. So flag down here as we see the flag picked up. And we're going to have a 3-second call here.
Now, just to finish up with our lovely sponsors, Trad VC, how do we get in touch with them, Tone?
We get in touch with them at tradvc.com.au or 8376 3639. And you know what?
You've said that a few times.
Because Marty will tell you that not once did I look at a screen then.
No, you did not.
And why? And because I've got it stored in my memory that if I want anything, tradvc.com.au, 8376 3639, and I'd just be ringing them without even
Well, I was going to
process.
say, how many people would actually be on the sitting there with their phones on the big screen? So just type it in now and give them a call. Go check out the website. Because
and check out that save from Mel Ryan as well while you're doing it on LSA TV, because Wilkin got inside there and shot it low, and Mel Ryan went, not there. Oh, just trying to force the passes out here at the moment, and ball to be won, but good defense here from the Warriors, and one on the back there. So ball will come back through Mayoni. Kicks it back to Page. Page looks up, finds May. May guarded by Inge, but runs away from Inge, does Asher May. And great cut across the face there was Araviakis. Down low, just trying to create some space. Smalls with the ball. And we see Slow just directing traffic out there as Wilkin comes down the back, kicks it there to Araviakis. Little tried the old hidden ball trick, but didn't work because our cameraman Tim Guy is all over that. Even the little run round the corner and fires there to Araviakis, but good backing up there, down the back there from Steph Smalls. And Smalls will bring it back into into play. Kicks it back down to Slow. We have a 4-4 game here, and it's quite an interesting game at the moment. It's like that arm wrestle that it's sort of standing both up the top of the arm wrestle at the moment, and which one's going to give first. But Burnside looking for these big inside balls, and just a little bit too hard to handle that one. And going back the other way is Izzy Jackson, and there's some pace. Looks over to Inge. Inge steps inside, under pressure, looks down, pop, top shelf, rattles the cookie jar just a little bit up there. And from one end to the other, as the Bears had their opportunities, but ball down the other end.
So we just have a look at here on the replay. Izzy Jackson for probably a second or third run down the field, producing a lot of transition and just giving the Woodville players just that little bit of extra space to operate and take advantage of that extra skill level that they've got.
And Inge just heating up the top of the net and just putting a little crack in the cookie jar up there. And Margaret Quintal says, watching you, Shonny. Ray Duthie's watching. Nadia Giuliani Maoni says, go Bears. And Raw. And go Jenna. And Ball. Coming back the other way. Through Tam, just over the head, but it's going to be backed up there.
Because this game's likely to be the 3-4 game in the semi-final. So, I mean, there'll be a bit on the line. And with Woodville, you know, taking one over Glenelg, you know, there may even be a little sneaky opportunity. Because I'm not sure whether Glenelg have played Woodville the third time yet.
Yeah, I think, not sure.
We'll check on that and get back to you soon.
But don't forget that the Bears beat the Bombers.
That they did.
So it's every game is up for grabs at the moment as the ball comes back down into the offensive end for the Bears, and it is through Asha May, and just looks to come around. Definitely looking to drive a corner, getting someone to bite there and passing it opposite side at the moment. There's a definite game plan here, but unfortunately just ended up in the crease. And as we hear the 30-second bell go, so limited time in this quarter, Woodville just one goal up. And will they push the transition here to try and go two? Yeah, looks for McKay. McKay drops the ball, looks to pick it up, does... and we're going to have an offside, are we? Okay. An error there, but that's okay because not an offside. So ball just stopped. 3 seconds. Well, that certainly took some time out of the clock. And 3 seconds to go. Looks inside. Need a shot as McKay just up top. And a sneaky little one on half time up the top shelf. And does a great job there.
5-4 at the halftime.
It is indeed.
Was that what you were expecting at the...
Well, I didn't see the game last week, but I heard a bit about it, and they said that Woodville just pulled away later. So yeah, look, it's as I said, it's an arm wrestle at the moment. We saw that, you know, Burnside came out, got the first two, had all the play, and then at the end of that first quarter, Woodville come back and get 3 quick ones to go leading. Burnside came out again then at the start of that quarter, put 2 on the board to get back to even. And then Woodville won late just to eke in front on half-time. And just while I've got half-time, I'm just going to a couple of shout-outs because we got 27 watching now on Facebook. And
another 30 watching on YouTube. So
there you go. So I've got Barry Morris, Aaron Hill, Steve Mortimer, Sammy Kilford, Ashley Clark, Bronwyn Keane, Tom Tuxford, Bradley Edwards, Tom Vicks watching, Kirsty McLean Bixo, our great mate Benny Hook is watching.
Oh, Hookie.
Big shout out to you, mate. Benny, Tom Emmerich, Kath Conahee, Bixo. You heard you are going to give box a go. Woohoo. And women's box on. Hey, someone not playing out here tonight. Jordan is watching. She's over in Victoria at the moment. Unfortunately missing out on this one. And Shane Abbott also watching. And I'll tell you where you'd want to be watching very, very soon in the next couple of weeks. And that is the semi-finals have just been announced, as have the prelims and the grand finals. And the semi-finals, all semi-finals, both men, women and juniors, will all be played at the Glenelg Lacrosse Club on Saturday, 2nd of September. And
it's four games back-to-back on Lacrosse SA TV.
Back to back. So if you like my voice and you can't get there...
You won't be in one of them, Tone.
No, true. I won't be in one of them. But you'll probably hear me on the effects mic the other side. So, yeah, and the 1v2 and the State League finals are going to be played in the afternoon and the night. So what a huge day of lacrosse there at the semi-finals. But it doesn't end there.
And over 5 fields.
Wow. I'll tell you what, you would need all of our sponsors to cover that, wouldn't you?
Yes,
With
that's true.
finance, with real estate, with building in the traditional group, and better than that, we could probably fence the whole area with the netting we got from Area 42. So,
Yep.
I mean, why wouldn't it be? But prelim finals, North Adelaide Lacrosse Club, Saturday the 9th of September, all juniors and seniors, all throughout the day. State League finals again at night. And the grand finals, as I said, it's some people call it God's country in September, but it is going to be at the Woodville Lacrosse Club this year for the grand finals, and that is Saturday, 16th of September, and they are through the days. And without further ado, we're going to hear a word from our sponsors.
LMI stands for Lender's Mortgage Insurance. It's an insurance premium that you have to pay to protect the lender against loss. Depending on your scenario, Lender's Mortgage Insurance could cost you anywhere from $5,000 and up to $40,000. Lenders require you to pay this mortgage insurance when the value of your loan is greater than 80% of the value of your property. Some clients, such as first home buyers or people in specific professions, can be eligible for an LMI waiver. So if you want to get into the property market with less than 20% deposit, call me to find out if you're eligible.
And three-quarter time is over, and it is game time back again as we see Millie Wilkin pick the ball up and bring it into offense as we just got back in time there. And it was great to hear a word from our great sponsors here on LSA TV. And tell you what, there's another great man watching is Dan MC. He's got the pie warmer named after him at Altona, I believe. And he's a great man, and he's hosting the Box Nationals again next year out at Altona, which was a fantastic tournament with men and women this last year. So shout out to you, Dan, and glad to see you got back from the US of A, where we may have had an ale, one or two. But ball there, and great.
Barging call there.
Yeah, I was just about to say, just the backing in there on Felicity Dinny was Asha May, and gets the call going against her.
Now, Tone, just very quickly while we're talking about Box, now obviously there is going to be a women's league this year, so we certainly need to make sure that all the girls can be. Apologies, get that off the screen there for you guys. So certainly a big one to make sure as Alicia Gower just takes the crease, and she'll bring it out, and Burnside will be on offense. But yeah,
Smith coming down.
There's going to be a women's box lacrosse competition. So if you're a girl or a junior girl, and this is another great thing about Young Real Estate is they donated $1,000 worth of equipment for women's. So how good are our sponsors? Just loving to give back to the sport.
Amazing other sponsors, and thanks Trish for pointing that out. I'm watching the game and not watching the screen, and Marty's watching the screen and not watching the game. But that's okay. That's why we have our great fans watching on LSA TV. So ball down the back here with Bianca McKay. Just being guarded down the back there from Mayoni. And McKay looks to get inside. So doubled on the ball, just needs to move the ball on now. Does that to Denny. Looks inside to Felicity Denny, sorry. And
Ooh.
one and a player down there might have just worn. No, we're going to have a. It
So
stopped here. I think it was.
just a rogue sort of butt end. It was nothing malicious or anything like that. Just
It looked like
copped us. I think as she went up, it just might have got a thing in the stick, and we unfortunately don't have the replay there. But I suppose that's why they wear eye protection, to protect from exactly that.
Yep. It looked as if the stick came across in front and the space got shut down. So.
Yeah.
And it will be a Warriors ball here, and but good to see that players are all okay. So
Yeah, it's an interesting one that they get the ball from the centre. I thought it might have just been one of those injured players and bring out, but I'm sure there must have been a foul in there somewhere. So.
And there's plenty of physicality at the moment, and a good check, good trail check there, and that's going to be called. Oh, was on the shot. So just a little trail check. We find Inge with the ball, Megan Inge. Sorry, Mia Inge, not Megan Inge. I was looking at Megan Smith when I was saying that. So ball down the back here to Mia Inge. Looks around, rolls around, finds Smith, Adriana Smith, and kicks that one to Olivia Parker, who is playing her 200th senior game tonight. So she'll be looking to cap her 200th game off with a win. And ball up the top here with Richie. Michaela just has Araviakis just stalking her. And Michaela Richie looks to get inside, and a push is going to be had there. He can't push the player out like that. So Anastasia is going to have to come out the back. And if Michaela, oh, hang on, and there's no whistle there. Anastasia just trying to shut down the meters before an opportunity. Kicks the other side, pops up the top, and there's another one there for Smith. She gets her first of the third. That's her hat trick, and we see on the replay here, ball move quickly down the back, and Inge looks up, finds an open player there, and Smith pops it to the top shelf and gets one for the Warriors. They're out to a 6-4 lead here. And Cam Adams is watching. Lucinda Silvestri's online. Neil Parker, Chris McGurr, the great Chris McGurr. Trish Adams is online.
Speaking of Chris McGurr, Tony, it's the quarter to do it.
It is indeed. And I tell you what, not only is it the quarter for 180 Finance, and all the things that he does for our lacrosse community. But as the ball is just about to be won, and if the ball here with Parker just kicks the ball up and gets it in her stick, and on the move she goes. But Marty, not only does Chris McGurr do lots of things for us at LSA TV, as the ball is up the top, but what about he's organised comedy shows around the place for clubs. So
they can put money back into their club, which is an amazing thing.
It is. So he's organised. There's one this next Friday night, and because you may not be watching Friday Night Lights, so get down to the Glenelg Lacrosse Club and support a man who supports us, who's supporting clubs. As we see a ball shot there from McKay to the right, but picked up. And tickets are available on this link, which is also on the Glenelg Facebook page. Brighton raised $2,000 for their under-15s, and it was a great night for the comedy night. So doing it around at a lot of clubs, and it's good to see that not only is he giving to you personally, but he's also giving to the community.
Yeah, because he's also donated $250, I think, just about to every club this year as a part of this, as part of the sponsorship with us, as well as to directly to clubs. And on top of that, if you finalise or settle a loan or a refinance or through him,
Richie,
your club
in and goal. Sorry, Marty.
As gets in the way, but $250 of a settled loan straight back to your club. your club of choice. So certainly get behind Chris, because he certainly gets behind the lacrosse community.
He does indeed, as Michaela Ritchie gets behind her defender and gets in and one-on-one there with the keeper with Gower and gets her first of the game, does Michaela. And just starting to eke that lead out now that it's 7-4. And Sarah Wharton's online. She says, "Let's go Woodville." And also Chris McGurr, if you're looking for a link, and just follow the links in the comments here. He's put a link up there for the comedy Laxing for Laughs, it's called. And James Howe's watching, and Addie Cunningham's watching also down there. She's
now, if you want to get in touch with Chris, how do we do that, Tone?
you can get in touch with Chris at 180finance.com.au or 0480 311 301. As the ball is kicked over here to Araviakis. I'll tell you what, let's swap that ball out. It must be a shiner, I think, as the ball is moved forward. So Araviakis just losing the handle of the ball. You wonder whether it's just started to cool down here, and you wonder whether there's a little bit of dew starting to form on the ground, which is just getting the ball slightly...
Slightly like in England, mate.
Damp.
The rain's just come in.
Mate, in England, they'd give them a new ball. You know what? It'd be straight out the packet with writing all over it, but we won't talk about that when we still have the
We're not
ashes.
dirty about that at all, are we?
We still have the ashes. So ball down the back here with Inge. Inge kicks the ball up here to Jackson. Jackson to Ritchie. And Burnside would want to shut this down. They're looking at doubling the ball now. Every opportunity they get, which has got to leave someone open if they can get inside. And that is McKay. McKay kicks the ball over. They just need to split these two at the top, because here's Jackson up the top just waiting for it. And they're almost trying to play a zone here at the moment, Burnside. It looks...
Which, given the arc, is a tough thing to do.
It's a very tough thing to do, but they've sent two to the ball. So if Woodville can understand that quickly and move the ball, there's got to be a free player on the backside. And ball back up the top. So opportunity. Good knockdown there from Burnside. So plenty of defensive pressure to be had as Slow picks it up. Sarah Lowe kicks it back here to Jess Page. Page out to Araviakis. Araviakis down the side at pace. And good work there from McKay. Araviakis just tries inside.
Just quietly, how good's the camera work there by one T. Wyatt?
But
just three votes.
He is indeed, and you'll see there, he's just picked up Anastasia, probably just trying to do too much there, and ran into the wall that was the Warriors down the defensive end. And they really needed a set down there to Burnside at the moment. But look at this double. Oh, that's going to be just a bit of a swat. That's very close to a card, but Jess Page very controlled in the way she just hit the head of the stick and not the head of the player. Oh, it opens up here, does Michaela Ritchie, and pops it down a 5-hole. And Michaela Ritchie gets her second in a row. And this score is just starting to eke out now, as we see here on the 180 traditional Young Real Estate Arena 42 replay. Just, I think Michaela Ritchie surprised herself then. She looked up and there was no one in front of her, and she said, well, if no one wants to come to me, I will go to the goal. And we're out here now to an 8-4 lead.
About 4 minutes left in the quarter.
And
Burnside really need the next one.
Well, they need an offensive set. They've got the ball down there, and they're going quickly this quarter already. They've had probably, I'll say, a minute of offense down there in this quarter.
Yeah, no, I don't think they can win a shootout with Woodville or the other teams. They really need to. I think they need to win on their terms, and that comes with long possessions and using the Smiths, the Lows, and the Wilkins.
So ball to be won on the outer side here. Wilkin, great pickup, great ground ball, but picked up by Jackson. So they find their way down. So a good offensive set here is what Burnside need. They don't have to get it back, 4 of them back in a row, but there's a good look to Smalls, and Smalls looks up the top corner and just puts that one away so delicately. You don't have to shoot hard in this game if you can find the space, but what a great feed there too from Asher May from behind. And a timeout being called by Woodville.
Big goal for Steph Smalls, as we see here on the replay. Just bringing the ball behind.
Just a great look, isn't it? Look at the pass here. Just Copping just was sort of ball watching a little bit.
Yep.
And she will look back on that and go, yep, I probably was. But good work there. And Smalls gets her first of the game.
Well, we've got the timeout here, Tone. What a great time to talk about our sponsors, mate.
Well, again, 180 Finance. Get in touch with them. 180 Finance.
Who are our big 4 sponsors?
So
Tone?
180 Finance, traditional. We've got Young Real Estate and Area 42.
Arena 42.
Oh, I call them Area 42 because, you know what, everyone wants to know about them. But Arena 42 is our, and they've given a massive amount of netting for us.
So somewhere between $5,000 and $10,000 worth of netting, which has gone to a couple of our clubs. So they're going to have some brand new end nets. I know ETP came and picked theirs up earlier this week, and I know we've got a whole heap off with the for the box courts as well. So when that eventually comes up and running, so. On the box, please make sure you stay tuned, because in the next few weeks we're going to be putting out expressions of interest for the women's box lacrosse, which we're not sure whether it'll be a draft situation or a club-based situation, but either way it's going to be amazing to see the girls with their own season.
Absolutely. And back to the season, we have the girls just into the centre draw. So Olivia up against Meg. And ball to be won on the ground here. Good work there from Michaela Ritchie. Just unlucky. Michaela, she's...
hand in the back might have been the reason for the penalty there.
So ball up with Wilkin. So if Burnside could just get another one back. So this has gone against the games in the quarters so far. So Burnside in the first 2 quarters came out. They had dominance in the first probably half of the quarter, and then they fell away. In the 3rd quarter, it's been all the Warriors at the start of the quarter, and Burnside, so maybe we're going to mirror. We see May, and she has said, well, I think we're going to turn it around. And she gets on the board, just a little inside roll there from Asha May, gets her 3rd. That's her hat trick for the night.
See here on the replay.
And we see here Asha May just gets up, just picked up, just steps inside. And there's no real double coming there, as Annie Ritchie doesn't make it to that spot. And back to a 2-goal game. So it has been a quarter of halves so far in this game. And... It's turned around. It's almost mirrored the opposite way.
It's a matter of taking advantage of when you've got the run of play, you know, who's been taking advantage of. And whilst Woodville are leading at the moment, it's certainly going to be a tight game.
So ball flicked out the back. So we've got a step on the line here. So that's going to be, I think Sarah Lowe just stepped over the line. And the ball will end up with Olivia Parker. Rachel Jackson online says go Warriors. Shooter McGovern, shooter. Mr. Andy Semler is also watching online. Shout out to you, Shoot. And a great man who loves his box lacrosse, Greg Mollison, online watching as well. Greg, big shout out to you, buddy. I know you're looking forward to the women's and men's nationals box again. And the under 20s are over in Canada at the moment with the box, the boys. So
I know Ollie Kernahan's been hitting the scoreboard a little bit. I know Connor McGee has been
me and Bobby
having a lot of fun over there.
Oh, look at Felicity Denny. I'll tell you what, if she had been noticed in there tonight in that crease, and I know what it was like from many years of playing, but we're going to have a flag there. Sorry. But Felicity Denny has been wide open in that centre numerous times. She just, you know what she's got to learn to do? Is yell, because attract the attention. Yeah. But we see here, Mia Inge with the ball. So looks the other side, little fake. Pop, bang, top shelf. There we go.
Wowza.
Smith with her 2nd of the quarter and her 4th of the game, putting her name up for the
Arena 42 player
of the game.
That
had some rattle cookie jar about it. That one. Look at this outside. Bang, pop. top right corner. Tell you what, I should have got a bit more excited about that one. That was a good shot up
velocity.
top corner. And we hear the bell go. So that's probably one that the Burnside didn't want to give up as they just eked their way back into this game. But we've got a 9-6 game with about 30 seconds to go in this third term. And Tracy Borovnik is also watching. Shout out to you, Trace. And ball back to the centre. So can Burnside get one in the last 30 seconds here, or can Woodville hold it out or put one back on the scoreboard and nullify the 2 goals that they have got? Felicity Denny, here she goes, gets the ball in her own stick. And she has some pace to burn too. So looks to get around her player. Looks to feed here. Kicks it to Inge. Inge looks to go inside left. Goes to step inside left. Good check there. And back around the other side. Lots of movement in there. Kicks it to Parker. Parker misses the ball to Araviakis. Araviakis goes long. And there we go. Annie Ritchie shuts down any potential with 2 seconds to go and doesn't allow Slow to get it. We got a 9-6 game here at 3/4 time. And I'll tell you what, rather than me talk about the sponsors, let's go and hear a word from them themselves.
LMI stands for Lender's Mortgage Insurance. It's an insurance premium that you have to pay to protect the lender against loss. Depending on your scenario, Lender's Mortgage Insurance could cost you anywhere from $5,000 and up to $40,000. Lenders require you to pay this mortgage insurance when the value of your loan is greater than 80% of the value of your property. Some clients, such as first home buyers or people in specific professions, can be eligible for an LMI waiver. So if you want to get into the property market with less than 20% deposit, call me to find out if you're eligible.
As we come back to fourth quarter action here at the beautiful Women's Memorial playing field, lit up under these beautiful new facilities and the lights. And a big shout out to Peter Greenhouse today too, who did all this work. And you can see there, semi-finals just been announced, prelim finals and grand finals. Glenelg got the semis, prelims at North, grand finals at Woodville, and we'll talk more about them tomorrow night, as we have a game tomorrow night between North Eagles and Brighton in the men. And we'll talk more about that tomorrow, but that has big ramifications for the final setup. But right now, it's all about the women, and we're going to continue to see where this game goes. It's 9-6 here at start of the fourth, and we see Smith up against Parker. So, ball, centre draw set. Tammy Varga lets it go. Oh, that's just popped out of the stick of Millie Wilkins straight to Michaela Ritchie. And Michaela Ritchie, she knows that she's going downhill this quarter, because I'll tell you what, she got there in about 3.2 seconds to the back. Gets it to X.
I thought it said it was completely level.
It is. It's just the way she was running made it look like it was downhill here.
Yes.
So ball in the stick of Bianca McKay. So B McKay. B has given it up to Mia. And she's played really well tonight too, as Michaela Ritchie. She has been in everything tonight. I know Adriana stuck her hand up as well, but I reckon Michaela Ritchie's certainly pushed the envelope on many occasions tonight, both defensively and offensively. And the ball on the outer side here with Liv Parker. As they get to set a bit higher, trying to create some space behind there. As Liv steps down, she has Paige on her, looks inside McKay. Oh, and big push there. And push to lose the stick there did B. And that was...
Now, Tone, should we put a call out to our viewers? Do you reckon Burnside have got enough to come back, or do you reckon Woodville are going to hold on?
Well, let us know. Get on the chat. Looks inside, and Ritchie, and that's going to be free space. So now Michaela Ritchie, we saw her go downhill from defence to offence before. Now she has 15 metres to get in on in the cage, and but she just puts the ball out. That's come off her Burnside stick, but no damage done there as Parker picks the ball up. Kicks it down here to Inge. Inge just clears space, gets through 4 or 5, and one to pop the bubble there. And the ball will come up the top, and Mia will take that ball. So Mia Inge steps inside, quick off the mark, pops that one just to the left-hand side of the keeper, and gets another one, does Inge. That's her second of the night. And
now, Tone, I reckon that was a B-grade left hand on the right hand. I reckon she's got her hand all the way around and to shoot the B-grade left hand.
Let's have a look here on the replay.
So I reckon there's some fancy handwork here.
Some fancy falutin going on. Inside, or no, got it inside and then, yeah, right hand. Certainly drew the defenders with that. And I'll tell you what, it also draws the score out to a 10-6 lead here for the Woodville Warriors. And we'd like to draw on some thanks to Arena 42 for their sponsorship with all the netting that they've given. About $8,000 worth of netting that's going to clubs around the place and of the new box courts. So huge shout out to Arena 42. We'll go on more about them in a minute. But Wilkin will get the ball down the back here to Sarah Lowe. So Sarah Lowe looking inside, assessing her opportunities. Kicks the ball back here to Wilkin. Nice inside cut, and you've got to be on your player there because they've fed that many a time tonight. And ball up the top here, still with Wilkin. Wilkin just picked up by Tam, just released there. Oh, tink. I get to say it, it's off the bar.
They're calling
they've called that.
No, I reckon that's all right, and I reckon we might be able to see it here on the replay.
Well, I mean, the camera work of one Tim Guy, but look here, I thought this hit the cage.
Yeah, no, straight off the bottom bar there.
Oh, so inside bar.
Yep,
there
inside
you go.
Bar.
All clear. And that was Wilkin. So
and our Zebra's right on it.
They've done a good job with that one. I mean, at first thought where I was standing, that's hit the bar and it's come straight back out, but on replay. And I'll tell you what happened there, though, was the defender, there was a switch that went on up the top there, which didn't need to happen. And in the confusion of that switch,
just opened her up.
She just stepped down the right-hand side. And I'll tell you what it did, is it stepped the score out to the right-hand side, one higher. It's 10-7 now here, with plenty of time left in this game. So can the Bears get on a roll? Oh, there's a bit of a swipe. And Millie Wilkin, while she just got a goal, also just got a yellow card. And will find her way into the box for a 2-minute penalty. But they will have to come back up to the top. And as we were saying with Arena 42, get down there. They've got an inflatable world down there, Marty. Well, I'll tell you what, would they let me on it?
Hey, with inflation the way it is, there's plenty of bouncing.
I thought I had some dad jokes, but that was really bad. They've got action sports, indoor sports as well down there. So a bit of cricket, bit of netball, bit of soccer, bit of
Jackson just cutting through.
Anything.
Wide open.
The 200 game player in Parker kicks the ball up to Jackson, who is at the start of her career. And they also have a gym there, Marty. So a couple of places. So as Meatloaf said, 2 out of 3 ain't bad for me. I'd be in the inflatable world and with the action sports, but the gym, I'm sorry.
Well,
I probably won't get in there.
Well, you're probably under the height restriction, Tone, so you're okay on that.
True,
front.
but I can walk under those bars without hitting my head. As we see, just walk under the bars.
Oh,
Good
great save by
there.
Gower.
Oh, little BTB tried there. So there we go. Liv Parker trying a few party tricks in her 200th.
She's trying to put her hand up for the Arena 42 Player of the Game. So, but who have you got on?
Oh, look, I'm down to. There's a couple at the moment, and I think one's wearing number 12 for Woodville, and here's the other one. And
Yes.
great trail check there too, as the ball will find the stick of Gower, and she's put under immediate pressure. So, and this is the new rule with the women's, is they've got to get rid of the ball out of the circle with 5. I mean, we're used to it in the men's, and this one could turn over with interest if picked up as Smalls. Just tries to stop Annie Ritchie from getting into that offensive end. And ball comes back down the back. There's 2 on.
There's still man. There's still man down here.
Yeah, I was going to say.
For another.
So looks, and now could almost give it back there. So space being given, and that's what we're going to have. We're going to have some free space or 3-second call there, which will actually give them a bit more space, Marty.
Now, actually, I think it's just been released, so I think we're all even now. So.
Okay, so from the top, gets off the mark, does McKay, and that's going to be free space. So McKay, and I wonder on that now, because there's advantage now that you just shoot that, don't you?
Yeah. So I mean, you obviously run the danger of if it makes any contact with the player, it's on you. It's a yellow card on you. So, but yeah, it's a bit of a catch-22. Do you take it or?
I'd fire it. I'll take the risk. Run the risk.
Yes.
So, but that's just me. I'm a
rubbing is racing, as you say it was.
Absolutely. So ball back up the top, and they're just taking almost could take some time out of here. They're certainly looking to attack the cage, but Burnside are going to have to come out. They've opened up the space behind her here, and over the top. That looked a bit like the one that Sarah Lowe sent earlier, and you probably had the same sort of camera angle there from our Spielberg of camera tonight.
Mr. Teague Wyatt. And we do thank Timmy for stepping in and bringing you the amazing pictures tonight. Yep. So thank you, Timmy.
And ball back up the top here with Adriana Smith. So Smith looking to go again. She just faked herself then. And ball down. Picked up there by Quintal. And ball coming down through Danny Cox. Cox picked up by Parker. Kicks it back to Sarah Lowe. Sarah Lowe just pops it back over to Cox. Cox looks to take on some players. She just hasn't seen Parker behind her. Parker came from well behind. Kicked it down to Smalls. Smalls pushed out to the back corner. Just plenty of space here. Sarah Damon with the ball. Kicks it over to Slow. Slow looking up. Great cut through the middle there as we'll go. Oh, there's something we love in lacrosse. The old quick stick. Bring it back, I say. I think we're going to have to get hashtag bring it back. The quick stick there from Smith. And what a great feed into the center here. Looks up, bang, one touch, pop it behind. And Megan Smith gets on the board.
It's amazing, veteran to veteran. I know they probably don't want to be called that, but they're...
I'll tell you what, I'll watch that old school style, quick pass, quick shot, because the keeper just can't get settled if it's doing that. And we're back to a 10-8 game here. So it is game on here at the Women's Memorial playing fields. There's a huge centre draw to be won here. About 5.5 to go in the quarter. And we've got Smith up against Parker.
Did we have any backers for Burnside to make it back? Or?
I'm just watching the play, Marty. I'll tell you in a second. But ball to be won, and there we go again. That's Jackson this time. So the young brigade of gets through and just fires that one over the top. And Woodville will retain that. But great job there from Jackson to part the seas and get through the players. And they can, just as we see a little precipitation just starting to come down here. Few little drops here and there. I don't think there's much in it, we hope. I've seen this place erupt in the State Series where we had tents and everything flying over the fence. But ball down the back here with Parker. And she just looks to give the ball here to Jackson. Jackson looking to take on her defender at pace, and that's a great job there. And that one here, so the first one went over the top. The second one had the whacker bounce on it, and a good work there from McKay. Just, I think she tried to pick that up, but flicked it, and it's ended up with Araviaka. So now an opportunity for Burnside if they can bring it the length of the field. And ball is going to be given to Araviakis. Cox gets the ball now. And with numbers, Woodville at the moment, as Danny Cox brings the ball down to the bottom corner. She'll turn around, just loses the handle of the ball quickly, looks to get inside, and that's going to be a push.
Across the body.
So Danny Cox has the ball on the 15-metre arc. It's 10-8 is the score.
One goal is going to be a very close one.
Well, does Danny go to the cage here? And look at Mel Ryan baiting her. She says, yeah, you throw it right down there, but she's throwing it across the other side. Looks down the bottom corner. Doesn't. Good work here. And Smith, she can be a game winner. Ball back up the top here with Wilkin. So she had a 2-minute rest, so she'll be cherry ripe to go for this last 3 and a bit minutes. Araviakis down the back, has the ball, assesses what's in front of her. Looks the cut there from Cox. Great little cut. Araviakis just, oh, that's going to be a card. And Tamarin, you will find yourself in the box. And what a great opportunity here for Burnside now. Got about 2:50 to go in the game. They're 2 goals down. It is a 2-minute penalty. So they will play nearly the next bit of this game, or to finish up this game, in man up or woman up opportunity. So ball. Can Woodville shut this down, or can Burnside get one back and then come back to the centre and take another? So ball up the top here. Great opportunity for Burnside to get within one. And May just spread out, looking to get that 2-on-1 on the other side, or just drop the handle of the ball there. And back down the bottom to May. And looks inside. Great take there from Smith. Great defence. Good save. And that one has gone out of bounds, but Burnside will get the ball back. As Burnside will bring it in from the end line. So kicks it to Cox. Oh, great little knockdown there. So huge ball to be won here. And that is one there as the ball is great job there from Jenna Mayoni. Just looks inside. So this is opening up here for Burnside. Wilkin, we've seen her do this. Looks inside. Great save from Ryan. Just picked the pocket, though, out of the stick. Sarah Damon picks it back up. Back up the top to Smith. Smith out the outer side now to Damon. Damon looks inside. There's Smith again. And I tell you, weight of numbers says that one was coming. A couple of good saves there from Ryan. But Megan Smith gets her 3rd of the game.
1 goal game, Tone.
And we're back to a 10-9 game. And you know what that means, Marty? Golden goal. Gotta love golden goal.
Free lacrosse, Tone. Well, not that it's not free, but
extra free lacrosse.
Extra free lacrosse.
That's all I care about for our viewers. So, and we're going to have a timeout here charged to Burnside. Okay, that's good. Stop the penalty clock. Good idea. We got one. I'm just going to go to a couple of shout-outs here while I've got the opportunity, because I haven't had many. Josie Cox says, let's go, Sean and Stas. Wombats are supporting you in New South Wales. Ollie North's watching. Kylie and Nick Clothier watching. Scotty Brooks, hello, my man. He's watching.
Jacket.
Clint Barker's watching. Dylan Woods watching. Stewie. Sarah Wharton says, Lilia says, Woodville got this for the win. Sorry, Lila. There's my eyes for me. Taylor Boys is watching. Well, Taylor Boys is here somewhere. She's probably sitting up in the club rooms up there, keeping warm, watching out the window. Greg Mollison says, I hope there are a lot of these girls playing box this year. Great job, boys. Yeah, well, we do too, Greg, because if there's anything to go by last year with the inaugural box tournament out at Altona with the pie warmer of Mr. Dan. I mean, where else would you want to get a pie too, just quietly? Little Philippa's watching. Ashley Hill's watching. Kurt Von Horst is loving the atmosphere. Shout out to the Burnside cheer squad roarers. Roar. Roar. Zach Clothier is watching. Justin Litchfield says, yes, Green. Great defence, Tammy. Ethan Napoli's watching. Lee Haskett's watching. And Sammy Hesse also watching as we come back with limited time, and I tell you what, our cameraman, does he do a good job. He just, he's professional. He is an absolute professional in Tim Gott. So huge centre draw to be won here. We've got a 10-9 game. We've got about a minute and a half to go. We have Woodville still in a penalty situation, and there we go. Millie Wilkin has picked that one up, so Burnside will come back into a man-up situation. Oh, good look out here to Danny Cox, and she'll just kick it down to X, and they'll reassess this man-up. They scored well from it last time. Took a couple of shots to get the opportunities, but the opportunities, and we're going to have a 3-second call.
Still man up here, Tone.
And we're going to, I'm just seeing what's the call is here. So Liv Parker is looking dejected, but she's coming out from behind the player. So here we go. So the extra man up now. So effectively Woodville have a four zone here until Liv can get back in, and we see Burnside just pull it out because they know that their man up was good enough last time. So ball back up the top here to Smith. Smith kicks it to Cox. Cox down the bottom to May, to Cox. And there's a call. You hear Lippy on the backside going, go, 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 go. Smith, there's a flag down too. So even ball. Lippy's losing some hair over there, I think. Heard the call when that player was released. So still an opportunity here for Burnside, though. About 45 seconds to go. The ball's in the stick of Megan Smith. And again, Mel Ryan baiting. Looks down. Kicks it to May. May looks inside. Oh, just couldn't quite grab the handle of the ball there. Damon. That's a huge ground ball to be won there by Tamarin. And Tamarin brings the ball out. A push. So all she needs to do is move this ball on, but the pressure's coming. And a ball down here to Smith. Smith. So Burnside are going to have to push out if they're to get the ball back. As we see Bianca McKay behind the cage. Just so they're going to have to get out on this on these attackers. And Woodville have just set really wide. And Inge with the ball.
Do you send your keeper at this time, Tom? You almost need to.
You almost need to send the keeper at this stage, but there's pressure coming now. And in the double pressure it is. And Inge just pops the ball out, kicks it to Smith, and they can just move the ball around now if they can get the numbers. So the double has to come. They got to make space here. Back down to Inge. Inge, just she'll run it to space, but oh, there's a going to be a card there. But it's not going to matter because the final whistle has gone, and the card was given right at the end there. Just great game of lacrosse, and we hope you enjoyed that one on LSA TV on the Friday night as it just starts to drizzle here at the Women's Memorial playing fields. But what a great game, 10-9.
It's a bit of a sign ahead of the semi-finals that these two are likely to play. And it just means we're going to be in for a barn burner of a final series, I think.
I'll tell you what, if that's anything to go by, because as I said, we didn't see last. Maybe they save it for the live games when we're on LSA TV
They always
here, Marty.
try and give us the best show.
They do, and Nadia Giuliani Maoni says, great coverage, and thanks for always joining us, Nadia. We really appreciate the sentiment.
Now, Tone, the Arena 42 player of the game, who are we going to go with?
Oh, look.
So Smith obviously had a good one. Did she have 4 in the end?
Adriana had. Oh, you know what? While you talk about that, Marty, I might go through some goal scorers.
Oh, that sounds
How's
like
that?
a great idea.
So let's go with Burnside first. And Sarah Damon got 1. Asha May got 3. Steph Smalls got 1. Megan Smith got 1. And Millie Wilkin with 3, which makes up the 9. And for the Warriors, we have Mia Inge with 2. Bianca McKay with 2. We have Michaela Ritchie with 2. And Adriana Smith with 4. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, for me, it's either I like the work that Michaela did out there. I think up and down the ground and with the pace she had. When she ended up with a couple of goals as well. And also Adriana Smith with 4. She was in everything down in the offensive end. And I don't know.
Do we pick them and get them both?
Oh, Nothing
Let-
better than speaking to a rose between two thorns.
So
No, hang
was
on,
it
that wouldn't be
Smith?
the way it would be, would it? It'd be a thorn between two roses.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So 21 and 12.
So, yeah, back to front in a mirror almost. So that's what it'll look like. There'll be a 21 that side, a 12 that side, flick them around, and 21 and 12. And yeah, so Woodville getting away with that one, I would say. They, after a 9-5 game last week, to be a 10-9 game as we come into the final series with about 3 rounds to go. We're looking forward to bringing you live free lacrosse on LSA TV. And a couple of more shout-outs here. Justin Litchfield says, wicked game. Yeah, it was. The girls put it on. And Dad MC was just here for Tony's voice, songbird of his generation. I don't think so, Dan, but as the pie warmer will be, I don't know whether you're playing at Altona tomorrow, but I'm sure the memorial pie warmer will be stoked up if you're out there. So go and see Dan and grab one if you're in Victoria watching lacrosse tomorrow. Great to see you online, Dan. And we're going to have a joint Arena 42 players of the game. Couldn't separate them. Numbers back to front, a 1 and a 2 and a 2 and a 1. So we will get them over here and we'll have a quick chat to the ladies. And but both played exceptionally well in what was a really tough game. And here we go. Look, what we'll do is I'll give you that one. I'll have this one. Yeah, however you like. It keeps your ears warm. We'll look that way. So let's come around this way a bit. Look at that. Hey, look at that. I just said it's a thorn between two roses right here, isn't it? It's look at that. Did you like that? You get to see yourself on
I know,
television.
I'm just like really.
I mean,
tripped
just
out.
focused on the.
Yeah.
Hey, what a great game! I mean, you played this team last week, and it was a 9-5 game. Tonight we've got a 10-9 game. I thought I was going to have to get my voice up because I thought we were going to golden goal and we're going to put it on for the viewers. But must be really happy with that win.
Yeah, no, it is really good to get that win. I think it's really hard whenever you play a team multiple times. You play a team 3 times in a row. It's going to be hard to beat them every time, but they showed up, we showed up, and it was a good game. Yeah.
It was. And 4 big goals tonight.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I didn't get excited about the one out there that hit top shelf and rattled the cookie jar, but I did win the replay because
Did
that was
you?
a great shot
Oh,
from
thank
outside
you.
of the top corner.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it in shot, so after I was just like, because I didn't even think about it, yeah.
A true forward. I
Yeah.
used to be like
Oh,
that.
thank you.
Don't think about it. Just shoot it somewhere there, and I don't know where it's going, so the goalie
Hope for
does
the
it.
best. Yeah, don't
It
think about
does. And up and down the field all night, one Michaela Ritchie.
Yeah.
Just with a couple of goals yourself.
Yeah, good to get on the scoreboard.
Good
Definitely.
to get the scoreboard. But defensively, every time someone turned around, you were on their backside just trying to take the ball off them tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Aim was to get possession for the entire team all night.
Yeah.
Was our game plan.
And it looked like it was sloping like it used to downhill here when you were running on the outer side there, because
Yeah,
you were
definitely.
almost looked like you had to catch up with your feet because it was going that quickly.
Definitely
But
felt downhill.
you must love seeing that coming into your offensive end.
Yeah, no,
With that
it was
quick
good. When you're coming
transition
down
ball.
and it's fast, we had a lot of really good fast breaks.
Mhm.
We had a lot of people touching the ball before it went in the back of the cage, which really helped us tonight.
Yep.
Yeah.
And 3 weeks away from finals, and the final series have just been set. There's no Friday night games. They'll all be on Saturdays, so with big crowds. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, definitely. Good to play on Saturday.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get amongst it. And the juniors will be there. It'll be juniors into seniors into state league.
Big crowd.
Big crowd. Any shout-outs tonight while you've got the opportunity?
I guess I'll shout out my dad. Hi, Dad, watching from the U.S.
Whereabouts in the US?
Texas.
Texas.
Yes.
The land of many many guns.
Yes.
Don't worry, I went to Texas. I loved Texas when I was over there.
It's a fun place.
It's a fun place. Whereabouts in Texas?
So my dad used to live in Austin, but now he lives down in the valley, which is like right on the border of the U.S. and Mexico.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah.
So he gets the best of both worlds down there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Bit of Mexican food.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
A little bit.
Any shout-outs for you tonight?
Big shout out to my parents, always come out. And then a big shout out to Libby P, 200 games.
That's what I was waiting
Yeah.
for. Hey, 200 games and you got her over the line tonight.
Yeah.
Right? It's a big effort, and some of your younger players, and you're all young, But yeah, it's a huge effort. 200 senior games.
Definitely.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
a huge milestone, and she kills it every game. So it's
Puts
really
her heart
great.
and soul.
Yeah, and really
Yeah.
great to see her out there.
It is. Well, it's a fantastic effort tonight. 10-9 is the score. I'll let you go and warm down or warm up because it's bloody cold out here. And I've been in Tassie all week, and that's saying something. So, yeah, thanks very much. Great games tonight.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And fantastic. We wish you all the best for the finals to come, and we can't wait to call your names for the final series.
Can't wait.
Excellent. Thanks,
Thank
ladies.
you so much.
Thank
No
you.
worries. And as the girls go off to just do their warm downs and get amongst the team, I will give those over. And look at that, Taylor Voisey just trying to get in the background there. We like that. Nothing like a little bit of screen time. And we're going to start to wrap it up here. Huge, and you know what? We don't often say it, but huge kudos to the ladies in black and white tonight. They do a fantastic job out there. That was really well officiated, and that goal they picked up as the sun goes down here at the Women's Memorial playing fields at 8:30 at night. But they did a fantastic job out there. Had some fantastic calls tonight, and we are about to wrap this up because the lights are going off. Huge thank you to Timmy Guy behind the camera. I don't look this good without him. So thank you for jumping in at the last minute. Marty Baker, who gets the production up and everything ready. Thanks, mate, for joining tonight.
It was a smooth one tonight, unlike the Sixers where we had some technical issues, which we apologise for. But no, it was great to bring you the game, and we got a cracker of a one. But tomorrow night is going to be even better, isn't it, Tony?
I was just about to say that at the Brighton Lacrosse Club tomorrow night we have effectively a 1v2, but whoever wins that game will potentially finish first, and whoever loses that game potentially finishes third. So huge ramifications for the final series. It will be live and free on LSA TV tomorrow night. It's about 6:30 start, I think, Marty.
6 o'clock start.
6 o'clock start, even better. Just enough time to warm up the hands from a day out at lacrosse, or get down there yourself and just watch it live, because there's going to be some really good lacrosse down at the Brighton Lacrosse Club tomorrow. North Eagles versus Brighton. And on behalf of myself, Tony Watts, thank you for joining us here on LSA TV. And as I always say, until the sticks are swinging, we'll see you tomorrow night.